Hydrasylum.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a safe and awesome week. So, we got in a package from Nancy at Comics Unlimited, who hosts the Friday Night Live show on The Experience, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. I'm going to be honest, this box was pretty much all gifts. Stuff that awesome people from the show have bought me. Uh, Big shout out to Round Guy there. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. And also, some of these books were JD's. And when I talked to JD, I was like, hey man, if you want me to send these to you, he goes, nah, go ahead, they're yours. So thank you too. There's a lot of good stuff here. And one big thing at the end of this, but I'm gonna show off all the stuff I got. I won't be putting any pictures up on the sides, and I probably won't do another run through because there's quite a bit of stuff here. So I'm just gonna show this stuff off. Uh, I already took it out of the box. I set it down. So we're just gonna run through it. And the funniest thing is if you watch Henri on Tuesdays, I'm gonna have to get this second book from him. Uh First up we got Negative Burn, #2. This is signed by Joe Pruitt and Wayne Van Zant or Van Sant. Uh Funny thing about this book is Henri does this bit with the #1. He's like, "Oh, get Negative Burn. I know Jay wants this book." And I get on the microphone, I'm like, oh my god, I need it so bad. I know, stupid, but we find it funny. The chat laughs, so that's all that really matters. But yeah, now I might have to get that damn book from him. But that's Negative Burn #2. Next up, we got some free comic book day stuff from all different years, I believe. Wow. My favorite thing is monsters. No idea about that one. Then we have Weathercraft and Other Unusual Tales. It's the front. There's the back. I don't think there was anything. Well, a little coming in June for those. Then we got this oversized kind of edition of Encanto. Oh, and then on the back, it's turning red. Oh, interesting. So, like I said, I unpacked a lot of these, so I know what some of them are, but they're not in like a particular order. I just stacked them on top of each other. Wow. Supergirl, The Woman of Tomorrow. Trade paperback. Man, I can tell you this. It took me a long time before I read it, and when I did read it, just wow. Like, if the Woman of Tomorrow movie is like a quarter or a tenth of what this book was, that movie's going to be amazing because this book is really good. This is one of the best Supergirl stories I've ever read. So that's really dope. Then we got Deadpool Secret Wars #4. Very cool. Very weird seeing him like that on the cover, but dope nonetheless. Oh, here's another one I was excited to get. Superman Unlimited #1. Very cool. I got the Summer of Superman special that had the first story by Dan Slott in it, and I kind of dug it. I haven't read the whole issue yet, but I'm really excited to. I know that there's some folks that weren't too wild about it, says it kind of retreads the same ground, and that's fine. I appreciate, everyone's opinions on things. I respect them, I appreciate them, but I'm definitely going to read it for myself because huge Superman fan, so Then next up, we got Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #3. Like I said, some of these were in packs. I just opened the pack, took the bags out, set them down. This one is The New Mutants numbers 30 continues Secret Wars 2. That's pretty dope. Then we have Deadpool the Musical, number 49.1. Just take a little break from showing you all the books and just I always say it. I always sound like a broken record when I get things from people, but I mean it every single time. And I say I mean it every single time, and I really do. Uh, I appreciate this so much. Regardless of folks that are just like, it's just books, it's just comics. I don't think folks understand how much comics mean to me. Like, I'm terrible at reviewing. I can't remember a single thing I've read like 2 minutes after I've put the book down. But they calm me. I have a whole lot of social anxiety, a whole lot. And the best part about doing recorded stuff like this is if I start freaking out or I need to calm down, I can stop, I can edit the parts out. Uh, that's why I kind of like doing recorded stuff more than live, but live is kind of less work in a way. But anyway, uh, everyone that gets me things, I appreciate it, and I just hope you know that. And I won't harp on it too much because I know I usually do. But again, like from the bottom of my heart, all kidding aside, I really appreciate when people do stuff like that for me. So, all right, moving on. Moving on, we got wow, this is a thick one.
That's what she said.
World's Greatest Comic Magazine, Deadpool number 13. I don't know if y'all be able to see. That's a ooh, that's a pretty hefty book right there. Can't wait to dig it. Oh, a 4-issue crossover in one package. Interesting. Very cool. Valiant Vision Starter Kit. Take some of this stuff off here. Uh, with the glasses in it. And it's still in its. Yeah, it is. It's still in the poly bag. Again, I'm a huge Valiant fan. I knew of them having characters like Turok and Solar, and there's a couple others. And apparently, Valiant bought them from Gold Key Comics in like a package deal, and then they ended up, I guess, selling the rights. So I've never actually read a Solar comic. I still won't be reading a Solar comic because I'm not going to open this, but this is really cool. Yeah, I really dig that. That's yeah, very cool. And we got some more free comic book day stuff. This is always awesome. We got a Spidey and his amazing friends. We got an Asterix. We got a Marvel Voices #1. This obviously not from this year. I don't remember the year, but that got a Boombox 10th anniversary extravaganza that has the Zowie. I think that was the name of this character, the book, the Zowie. All I know is again, it's one of those times I really dug the book. I can't remember too much of it, but I really did dig this book. I'm pretty sure it's called the Zowie or the Zowie, Zawie. I don't know, but either way. Then we got a Donald Duck free comic book day. There's the back right there. I don't think there was anything, wasn't really anything on the back of these other ones. Then we have, Jesus, the Fear, Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers Freak Comic Book Day 2023. I think there was like a show of this or something, but I cannot remember. What's the back? Then we got a Hellboy featuring Stranger Things Free Comic Book Day. I think this might be 2024. Stuff on the back. And we didn't get to do Free Comic Book Day last year, so pretty cool. If I think some of these are 2024, and then there's other like mixed in years. Definitely don't know what this is, but this is Tons of Strange from a 10-ton press. Now there's a few other books on the back. Probably can't even read those or see them, but there you go. Charlie and Humphrey and the Rescuer. That looks wild. Like that looks kind of crazy. Okay. Then we have The Worlds of James Tynan IV, which, from what I've heard, that's how you say the name. It's Tynan. I've heard Tinian, Tanayan, Tiny Onion. Well, Tiny Onion is the imprint. Tinian. Like, I've heard it pronounced all kinds of ways, but I think I've heard him say himself it's Tynan. But super cool. Then we have a World's Greatest Cartoonists, featuring all new work by Ellen Forney, Charles Glabitz, Sophie Goldstein, Simon Hanselman, Dash Shaw, Ann Simon, Carol Tyler, Georgia Weber, and more. Then we have another. This one feels a bit. Wow, this one feels thicker. World's Greatest Cartoonists, featuring work by Jason, Ed Piscor, Matt Fury, Emil Ferris, Simon Hanselman, Dash Shaw, Noah Van Sciver, and more. This one's a hefty one. Huh. Dang, for a free comic book day book, that's pretty stacked. Super cool. Then we Wow, okay. Then we have Arkham Asylum. Very nice. And this must be last year too, I want to say, because it's got an ad for Primer on the back. I don't know if anybody remembers that book. I remember hearing about it last year. Maybe it was the year before, I can't remember, but that's a Arkham Asylum. Then we got Conan, Battle of the Blackstone, and that looks super dope. I love this cover. That's very cool looking. And back, Savage Sword of Conan. Almost there, folks. There's a lot of stuff. Like, it was a very hefty pack. From Arcana Comics, we got Ultra Duck, and I just realized I haven't been saying all the names of publishers. And on the back, you got Heroes of the Golden Mask. Interesting. And we got one that says, okay. Took me a second. I think I've heard Jenna talk about this before. This is Unico Awakening. Apparently, it's a reboot of Osamu Tezuka's Unicorn manga. Tells the story of a young unicorn who, after enraging the evil goddess Venus, is banished from the heavens and forgets all he once was. Huh. Could be good. I know that Jenna knows something about that character. Then we have Unicorn Crush, another Phoebe and her unicorn adventure. Then we got a Donald Duck inside the first appearance of Feathery Duck. Then you got some Complete Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck on the back. Interesting. Very cool. Huh. Barnaby and Mr. O'Malley. Not too familiar with this. Kind of looks like Peanut characters on the front of it, or maybe they're not legally Peanut characters. Huh. Cool. And we got Snoopy, Beagle Scout Adventures, a Peanuts collection. Then we got Max Meow, Katie the Cat Sitter. Guess a little double story in here. There's the back. Something else I need to do is for us to go to one of the shops and get us some bags and boards, because we are definitely lacking in the bag and board department. Get all these bagged and boarded. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, also featuring Plants vs. Zombies. That little dude is adorable. That's all I'm going to say there. That little dude's adorable. Then on the back, you got a little thing for Plants vs. Zombies. Very cool. And then the last of the comics I think I got here, yep, is The Loud House. So, really cool. A lot of cool free comic book day books. A lot of awesome books that were gifted to me that I appreciated a ton. Now, the last thing I have is the second of only two that we have in our collection, and that's a slab. Now, on Nancy's show, she was showing this off. I got asked by somebody if I owned this. I said no. Sean actually owns this, and Round Guy got it for me. And it's things like that. The kindness blows me away, and I know I've said it to death to you, Round Guy. I appreciate this. This is awesome. It really is. I think slabs are cool. I personally have never bought a slab. Like, if they're gifted to me, 100%. 100%. But I personally have never bought one. So this is one of two that are in our collection now. And this is, man, this is so dope. Sorry. This is Daredevil 181 and a 9.0. Get that glare off of there. This is Death of Electro. This is Frank Miller, Klaus Janson. If I'm reading that right, I got notes on the back of this. From a very good year, by the way, 1982, right? I want to say it was 82. 82 was a good year. But yeah, super dope. Like, that's. Jenna got me a slab for Christmas, and now we have a second one. So, very cool. Again, this is probably still going to be like a 20-something minute video. But thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to all the folks that gifted this stuff to me. It means the world to me. It really does. Thank you to Nancy and the crew from Comics Unlimited in Cleveland, Tennessee. Be sure to put their Facebook in the description. You go check them out. And you can check them out every Friday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on the experience. So yeah, what a haul. Everybody, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching the video. Again, for like the billionth time, everyone who gifted me this stuff, I really appreciate it. As always, if you like what you saw, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Should have some other shorts coming up. I have them scripted out. I just haven't put them together yet. Hopefully that's what I'll work on Wednesday. That's what I'll work on Thursday, I mean. I'm recording this video like super early in the morning for some, super late at night for others. But hopefully this goes up tomorrow. I got to work on the thumbnail and all that stuff next. But anyway, huge shout out to Nancy and the crew at Comics Unlimited in Cleveland, Tennessee for shipping this out to me. Again, Friday Night Live with Nancy McCann at Comics Unlimited. Every Friday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on The Experience. Be sure to check them out. And make sure you check out Weird Opes. That's Ed and Mr. Nope. You usually see them over here on the Hydra Hangout on Saturdays. Really good dudes. Super, super proud of everything they're doing right now. They're crushing it for being a new channel, and I love that. I love that. There's room for all of us in this little YouTube comic space, folks. So let's lift each other up. Let's lift those other channels up. Let's get comics into people's hands. Let's get them excited about comics. Okay, before I get too overexcited, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. And again, I appreciate every person out there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Later.